Welcome back to our Reef Adventure. It is time for a new episode of the Species Spotlight series. In this series, we dive into the mesmerizing world beneath the waves of our reef tanks. Today, we're embarking on a special journey to explore the colorful and captivating world of tang species. Tangs, also known as surgeonfish, are among the most popular and striking inhabitants of reef tanks. Let's dive in and discover what makes these fish so special. Tangs are renowned for their vivid colors and dynamic personalities. They belong to the family Acanthuridae. The family is divided in 6 genera and extends in 86 species. Tangs play a vital role in the health of both natural and artificial reefs. Tangs graze on algae and keep it from growing out of control. Algae are able to grow much faster than coral, and by maintaining this growth, it provides enough space on surfaces for coral settlement and growth. One of their most distinctive features is the scalpel-like spine on their tail, which they use for defense, but it's their striking appearance and active behavior that truly captivate the hearts of aquarists. Let's meet some of the most popular tang species. First up, the yellow tang, a bright sunshine of the tank. The yellow tang is very commonly kept as a saltwater aquarium fish. In 2015, researchers successfully bred them in captivity. Captive bred yellow tangs are now routinely available for purchase at fish stores and online vendors. They can grow up to 8 inches, so 20 centimeters in the wild, but are introduced to aquariums in the 2 to 4 inch, so 5 to 10 centimeters range. Some specimens as large as 6 inches are occasionally available. Life expectancy in the wild can exceed 30 years. Prior to January 2021, yellow tangs were commonly selling for around $65 to $70 US. However, after a collection ban in Hawaii, the prices have more than quadrupled to over $400 US. In the aquarium, feature yellow tang plenty of plant-based food. Dried seaweed, aka nori, algae tablets, blanched veggies and spirulina flakes are all great options. You can supplement these with some meaty foods. Frozen food options like mysis will be happily gobbled up. For tank size, you should aim for at least 75 gallons, so that's around 300 liters. Keep a sharp eye on him and upgrade or rehome the fish if it looks unhappy. Next, the hippo tang, known to many as dory. The blue tang is native to reefs across the Indo-Pacific. It relishes a good hiding location amongst live rock. However, this active fish also loves to swim. Therefore, ample room to roam around your aquarium is essential for optimum health. A tank size of 180 gallons or 700 liters is recommended if you won't upgrade the tank soon. It is possible to introduce this tank in a 100-gallon system, but keep a sharp eye on him and upgrade or rehome the fish if it looks unhappy. Though peaceful towards most tank mates, the Pacific blue will become aggressive towards other fish of its own species. To keep multiple specimens, introduce the entire lot and at once into a larger marine system. Proper care of the blue tang requires a slightly higher degree of dedication and attention as it is more susceptible to lateral line disease, fin erosion, ick and other skin parasites than many other fish. Ensure highest water quality and a varied diet, rich in nutritious marine-based vegetables to keep your blue tang in optimal health. Although tangs will eat meaty foods along with the other fish in the aquarium, it is important that they are offered plenty of marine-based seaweed and algae. This will strengthen the blue tang's immune system, reduce aggression and improve their overall health. Offer dried seaweed tied to a rock or use a veggie clip and feed at least 2 times a day. The third tang I want to talk about is the purple tang. Once widely believed to be a Red Sea endemic, it is now known to occur also in the Persian Gulf, Gulf of Aden and the Arabian Sea, perhaps also the Maldives and Sri Lanka. Nevertheless, its distribution is fairly restricted compared to many other reef fishes. Many aquarists will always think of it as a quintessential Red Sea fish. In the wild, the purple tang prefers fairly clear, brightly illuminated, shallow waters, 2 to 20 meters or 6 to 65 feet depth, where it feeds primarily on filamentous algae, like other tanks. The purple tang is a very active swimmer. Any tank housing the species, especially adults, should be at least 120 gallons in volume, even more if much of the swimming space is displaced by live rock and corals. Some rock is appreciated, however, as purple tanks like to hide as they sleep at night. Captive bred specimens are far easier to keep than wild ones. They adjust better to the cramped conditions in an aquarium. They are also more socialized for captive conditions and so get along better with their tank mates. This being said, I do not recommend keeping these species with any other Sabrosoma fish, especially with its own species. Yet, one more advantage of captive bred purple tanks, like other tanks, this animal can easily have and spread external protozoan parasites, like marine egg. Culture specimens are far less likely to harbor these and other diseases and so offer tremendous peace of mind. Last but not least, the Tomini Tang. It's also known as the Tomini surgeonfish or bristle-toothed Tomini Tang. These fish can be found throughout the Indo-Pacific, of the islands of Indonesia and as far east as the islands of Tonga. Similar to other surgeonfish, the Tomini Tang has a scalpel-like spine which it uses to protect itself and ward off potential predators. The fish is quite small compared to other tangs and will only grow to be about 6 inches in length, that's around 12 to 13 centimeters. When compared to other surgeonfish, the Tomini Tang has earned a reputation of being a bit more peaceful, but temperament still varies between individual fish. Although the Tomini Tang is quite a bit smaller, when compared to other tangs, the species is still a surgeonfish and requires plenty of room to swim and search for new food sources. So, I would recommend a tank size of at least 70 gallons or 250 liters. For all tanks, a varied diet is crucial for their health. Tanks are primarily herbivores relishing in algae and seaweed. Supplementing their diet with high-quality nori and marine pellets ensure they receive all the necessary nutrients. So, these were some of the most popular tanks. Each species has its own unique needs and temperament, making them fascinating subjects for our tanks. And I got some great tips when you want to introduce a new tank into your tank. Listen. Tanks are known for showing territorial behavior when introducing a new fish in the reef tank, especially other tank species. That's why I recommend to introduce tank species as the last fish in the tank. If that is not possible, introduce 2 or more new fish at the same time in the tank. That way, a tank needs to divide his attention. Another trick is to use a mirror so that the already established tank will fully focus on this mirror image. That way, the new inhabitants can be added in peace. When you introduce another tank in the tank, use all the tips above, plus always add a tank that's bigger or more dominant than the already established tank. Most of us reefers have created an environment where our tanks can flourish. Observing their interactions and growth is a rewarding aspect of the hobby. Their presence adds not just beauty, but also a dynamic ecosystem to our tank, helping control algae and contributing to the overall health of the reef. Exploring the world of the most popular tank species has been an incredible journey. These vibrant guardians of the reef bring life and color to our tanks, reminding us of the beauty and complexity of marine life. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're passionate about reefing and want to learn more, make sure to hit that subscribe button and I see you in the next one. Ciao!